Okay, hello there. I hope that you're having a really good, refreshing getting ready for bed, because I know you're up watching, trying to see maybe it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend who may be doing something that's making you feel like that you may be, betrayed, or there's a lack of trust. But I want to share something with you, and I want you to get your pen ready because I want you to take the information down that I'm about to share with you. I'm going to be hosting a session with Sandy workshop for those who may be challenged with betrayal, distrust, or maybe just simply you know that you can't trust anybody at this point in your life simply because you've been, betrayed so much. But I think what the problem is, the reason why you up Facebooking and it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning trying to see what they've done in their phone or who they're talking to on Facebook chatting. And that's because you don't trust. And many of us have been wounded so bad. Many of us have had so many different challenges with relationships to the point that we just don't trust nobody. And it's a shame that we don't trust, but the trust has just been so wounded in these past years over our lives with different relationships to the point that we don't know where to place our trust. Well, guess what? We can't trust the hand of man. Why? Because the Bible says in Psalms 44 that blessed is the man that maketh the Lord his trust. And so I know, as you know the story about David, all the things that he would ever have went through, who would imagine that his own friend betrayed him? The Bible says those people that walk right up close and personal with us, we find that they are the betrayers. And those are the ones that we told our secret to. Those are the ones that we thought would never share or never hurt us. And they betrayed us, or they backbite. And this is just so painful. So we got to talk about to recover from that, that hit of distrust. And so I want you to know that you will be able to take the class absolutely free. This session with Sandy is going to be absolutely free. There's going to be an orientation, and this is the workbook. It is called Trust Recovery. And so the workbook is $30. That includes the training and the competency certification that you'll get. It's about 12 weeks. This training is probably going to take you about 12 weeks or longer. Depends on how you get through with the sessions. But I want you to take the number down because we're going to have orientation for this particular workshop and another one that I'm hosting for these naked women. We've got so many women who are spiritually naked. And we want to be talking about this woman that has these two faces that she is walking around with undercover, and she has no cover. And so we want to talk about that and just want to share with you some of the things that you're going to be getting out of it. And then I'll go back to the trust recovery. Out of the spiritually naked women, we're going to be talking about that at the orientation. This is going to be this Thursday at 9 p.m. Central. And you want to write the number down. The number is 218-339-7800. That's 218, not 281. 218-339-7800. And then the access code is 5302251. That's 5302251. And then you hit pound. So you got to be there sharp because we want to jump right into the orientation, sharing about what to expect out of the workshop sessions, and also sharing about the different responsibilities for partaking in this particular workshop, more of an emotional session workshop. Now listen, in this particular book, we're going to be covering several issues that talks about spiritually transmission diseases. So many of the areas in our lives, we've had a lot of spiritual transmission, and we got to look at what we've allowed to be transmitted from generation to generation, as well as from relationship to relationship. And then not to mention the things that we carry around all those years, and many of those things are so seasonal that we accept them. And so I want to talk about those and how to get yourself away from those. You're gonna identify the source of your emotional pain, and we're going to talk about some chronic physical pain that a lot of women go through because of them being spiritually naked. And then you're going to understand the adult-child problems and the healing process. You're going to look at overcoming spiritual and emotional barriers to making peace with yourself and with your painful past. Many of us have so many different issues in our painful past. We don't know how to begin to try to explain those things, or we try to cover them up when actually we're still naked. And then we're going to talk about the 5 signs that you may be experiencing spiritually transmitted diseases, not diseases, diseases. You do want to make sure you be on the call to hear about that. And now about my trust recovery. Okay, now this is going to be pretty deep, but it's going to be wonderful. I want to share with some of the things that you'll be able to receive in it, just so you can get prepared, some of the actual sessions that you're going to be getting. And one of the things I like about the sessions that you're going to have the opportunity to get, let me get my little note here, is that you'll get an opportunity to kind of debrief some things, and also to and get another healing process for the things that you may be going through with relationship. So you're going to, our first module is talking about behavioral trauma. And then the second module, we'll be talking about relationship development. We'll be talking about the 5 types of relationships and lovers. We'll be talking about understanding our 4 selves. And so I don't want to get into too much without doing the orientation. I just want to invite you out. Now, again, you're going to get this Trust Recovery Manual, this workbook. You're going to get it, and it is $30, which includes the session for this particular emotional session that you're going to get on recovery. And then you'll also be able to get the certificate of completion when you finish this workshop, to prove that you have competency in that healing and deliverance session. Now, for your own purpose, if you want, you'll be able to also have this accompanying workbook, that is book, that is called Why I Can't Trust You. It's going to go in deep depth about trust itself. So that's all I have tonight. I pray that you've been blessed, and please share this link. Again, I'm Apostle Murphy. For those who do not know me, I pray that you'll go to either my LinkedIn and just type in Dr. Sandy Murphy, and you'll learn more about me. And the most important thing is that you get on and try to understand, that is, what God is doing through me for you. So you don't have to keep looking at the cell phone. You don't have to keep going through pockets and getting up all through the wee hours of the night to see if you can find phone numbers about maybe who he or she is in relationship with behind your back. All you need to do is be at rest and peace, so you can know that every good and perfect thing that God has for you is already all right. And no weapon and no trick of the devil is going to prosper. The main thing is getting you to understand how to process that and recover. Looking forward to talking to you about what you are trusting man about, rather than trusting the Lord, who maketh us all our trust. If we trust him, everything is already all right. Okay, I'll look forward to seeing you on this Thursday the 30th. I want to make sure I get the date right. This Thursday the 30th at 9 p.m. Central. Thursday the 30th. Be sure to share this link. God bless you. Looking forward to it.